What's up, everybody? Charlie Marlowe here. Welcome to the Kenny Wallace YouTube channel. We have some massive, historic, breaking NASCAR news in terms of penalties to Hendrick Motorsports and other teams as well. Now, normally, Kenny Wallace would be breaking this news to you, giving you his opinion, but right now, he's at Bristol Motor Speedway doing a bunch of publicity for the dirt race coming up, which he will be a huge part of with the pre-race show. So I wanted to come on and let you guys know about this news if you haven't seen it so far. And so let's just break it down. The hood louver issues with Hendrick Motorsports over the weekend at Phoenix Raceway, where their hood louvers were confiscated before the race, remember. We're talking about a historic penalty. I'm going to start by reading from Bob Pockrass's Twitter feed. So it is the biggest combined fine to one organization in NASCAR history, talking about Hendrick Motorsports. NASCAR has issued bigger fines for individual violations, but a $400,000 combined fine to one organization is the largest. So let me just go ahead. I'll go right to NASCAR.com, and I'll give you guys straight from the horse's mouth. The headline is, NASCAR gives Hendrick Motorsports Kaulig Racing L2 level penalties. This press release isn't that long, so just stick with me here, and I'll just read you right from the NASCAR press release. NASCAR penalized each of Hendrick Motorsports' 4 Cup Series teams, along with the number 31 team of Kaulig Racing, with L2 level penalties on Wednesday, that's today, for unapproved parts modifications last weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Each crew chief was fined $100,000 and suspended for 4 races, and each team was further penalized with the loss of 100 points and 10 playoff points. The penalties occurred after NASCAR confiscated the hood louvers from all 5 cars before Sunday's race at Phoenix Raceway. The Hendrick teams involved were the number 5 Chevrolet, driven by Kyle Larson, the number 9 of Josh Berry, who of course is subbing for the injured Chase Elliott right now, the number 24 of William Byron, who won the race and the last couple races, and the number 48 of Alex Bowman. The number 31 of Justin Haley was the Kaulig team involved. The respective crew chiefs fined and receiving suspensions were Cliff Daniels, Alan Gustafson, Rudy Fugel, and Blake Harris for Hendrick, and Trent Owens for Kaulig. The NASCAR rulebook section specifically referenced for the penalties was sections 14.5.4.2.a. I'm sure you guys all know the rulebook like I do, right? Which deals with how the radiator duct is assembled. The teams were found with unapproved modification of a single source vendor supplied part. NASCAR permitted the Hendrick teams to use the hood louvers for a 50-minute Cup Series practice session on Friday at Phoenix, but then took the louvers back to the R&D Center in Concord, North Carolina for further examination. Hendrick replaced the louvers, and all 4 cars passed technical inspection before Sunday's race at Phoenix. So again, it's important to remind everybody that this happened before the race, that they confiscated the parts. Obviously, Hendrick's William Byron went on to win the race, his 2nd victory in a row, and the 6th Cup triumph in his career. Again, I'm reading right from the NASCAR press release. I don't think you guys need to hear all of this, but here's an important part about the hood louvers. So NASCAR writing, the hood louvers, which you can see on the next-gen 3D model, if you want to go to NASCAR's website, you can click on that, are openings or vents in the hood that serve as a release point for ducts that transfer air out of the radiator. The system is intended to decouple engine performance from aero performance, offsetting the practice of teams taping off air intakes and placing undue pressure and heat strain on the car's engine. Another penalty, by the way, you probably heard about the Denny Hamlin situation with Kenny Wallace, which Kenny Wallace did a great video on, by the way, as he was in the airport at Lambert flying to Bristol, and did a nice breakdown, his opinion of Denny Hamlin essentially admitting that he took Ross Chastain into the wall with him at Phoenix at the end. So again, reading from the NASCAR press release, in other penalties announced Wednesday, Denny Hamlin was fined $50,000 and lost 25 driver points for violating sections 4.4 in the NASCAR Member Code of Conduct, which cover attempting to manipulate the outcome of the race or championship, wrecking or spinning another vehicle, whether or not that vehicle is removed from competition as a result, and actions detrimental to stock car racing or NASCAR, which is pretty dang funny that actions detrimental is in the press release, and that is the name of Denny Hamlin's new podcast on Dirty Mo Media, under the umbrella, of course, of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And basically the story was broken by Denny Hamlin, or admitted, I should say, on the Actions Detrimental podcast, where, look, guys wreck other drivers intentionally. You don't usually hear them admitting that, as Denny Hamlin did on the podcast. I love it because, hey, we're looking for drama. We're looking for interest in the sport. Denny Hamlin certainly generated that with his discussion of what happened at Phoenix with Ross Chastain. But again, Denny Hamlin fined $50,000 and lost 25 driver points. So you had multiple penalties there, but the big headline here is we're talking about a historic NASCAR penalty for Hendrick Motorsports. If you're just joining us right now, I'm going to keep this video relatively short. And again, I'm sure Kenny Wallace, the second I hear from him, he's gonna break this down for you guys. I didn't even want to bother him because he's out there in Bristol, so I figured I'd just release this video whenever Kenny has a few minutes. We'll either jump on and do a show, or he'll put a show out there on social media, and I will upload it here to YouTube. But NASCAR gives Hendrick Motorsports and Kaulig Racing L2 level penalties. We're talking about a historic penalty for Hendrick Motorsports, as I read from Bob Pockrass, the largest penalty ever given to one organization, because you're taking all four teams into account here. Again, from Bob Pockrass, the biggest combined fine to one organization in NASCAR history. NASCAR has issued bigger fines for individual violations, but a $400,000 combined fine to one organization is the largest. Just one more time. So NASCAR penalized all four Hendrick teams, along with Justin Haley, the 31 of Kaulig, L2 level penalties, unapproved parts, modifications. These are the hood louvers. At Phoenix, each crew chief was fined $100,000 and suspended 4 races. Each team was further penalized with a loss of 100 points and 10 playoff points for the confiscated hood louvers. So I want to open it up to you guys in the comment section. And again, Kenny is going to give his opinion on this. I'm guessing today, as soon as he gets a minute. He's flying around. He's doing everything at Bristol. But what do you guys think? Are you surprised that they brought the hammer down on Hendrick Motorsports? I read a lot of comments from you guys saying they're probably gonna handle Hendrick Motorsports with kid gloves. Are you guys surprised? This is the largest penalty against one organization in NASCAR history, as I read from the tweet from Bob Pockrass. All right, I just wanted to give you guys the news. Please jump in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe. We appreciate all the comments. We just passed 50,000 subscribers here on the Kenny Wallace YouTube channel. Kenny is doing a fantastic job with all of the takes and the personality and all the shows he's doing. We got a ton of great content coming up that we've already recorded, and it'll be uploaded throughout the week. But just wanted to jump on here and do a quick video. What do you guys think? NASCAR coming down hard on Hendrick Motorsports for the hood louvers, the largest penalty in NASCAR history issued for one organization. The $400,000 combined fine to one organization is the largest in NASCAR history. All right, thanks for watching. Once again, please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And Kenny, by the way, I do produce and manage and monitor the channel, but Kenny looks at all of your comments. He always wants to know what you guys are thinking. He reads your comments. He reacts to your comments in videos subsequently that we produce. So, hey, don't think you're just writing these comments and Kenny's not seeing them. He makes sure he reads almost all of these comments, and there are a lot of them because you guys are passionate NASCAR fans, and we love it. All right, we'll see you later. Historic penalty against Hendrick Motorsports. Let me know what you think. See you guys. Have a great Wednesday.